Hello Rebels, and welcome back to my life. So here's a true thing, I am not good at stuff. And I don't mean that I'm not good at anything, I think that I'm probably a better than average writer. Not by any means the best writer out there today, but probably better than the average Joe off of the street. I know that I'm a better than average public speaker, which mostly just comes from not being afraid of that, as so many people are. But there are things, and some people might say a lot of things, that I'm not good at. For one thing, I'm not good at listening. I've been realizing that more and more recently. I tend to talk a lot and not really listen enough at all. To be honest, that's what this YouTube channel is. Me talking, rarely listening. I try to answer comments, but I've been noticing recently that when I answer comments, I tend to answer them in a way that reflects back on me. This has its pros and cons. I would rather be overly talkative and self-involved than be crippled by doubt and insecurity. That's just not fun. But even that attitude, like that way of thinking is that it is better for me and my own personal mental health to be the way that I am, and is maybe not quite so kind to other people, including you. Another thing that I'm not good at is balance, and more specifically, multitasking. I just cannot do more than one thing at once. This applies in specific scenarios, like I can't concentrate on more than one thing at a time, but in a more broad, general sense, like I tend to only involve myself with one project at a time. As an example of this, on Wednesday, I spent all afternoon working on setting up a new email service. I meant to write that afternoon. I didn't. All my attention got sucked into this cool thing I was doing. And that leads me into and relates very heavily to the number one thing that I'm not good at, which is keeping a schedule. I'm just not good at that. This is why I just keep having long periods of time pass where I don't make YouTube videos. Right now, Hallie is having major computer issues and isn't able to edit the videos, but I've been letting that serve as an excuse for me not to make videos every single day. But that's why I'm sitting down and making this video now, because I didn't want to let another day pass without talking to you. And I'm really sick of making videos talking about how I haven't made videos in a long time and how sorry I am about that. And I'm sorry about that. I'm getting closer to the point where I can solve these problems more easily, and by that I mean where I can solve them like financially, where I could literally just buy Hallie a new computer and that would essentially solve the issue, but I'm not quite there yet. And I'm gonna have like backup systems in place in case anything like this ever happens again, and hire a full-time assistant. Literally, I want to do this, whose entire job is to make sure that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing when I am supposed to be doing it. I want that person to exist. And it's just like, that's right around the corner. That's right. I'm just on the cusp of that, and I'm really, really lucky that I am on the cusp of that I will get there, because so many people, that's just not even like within the scope of reality for them. And if I didn't have the support system that I already have, I would be even less productive than I currently am, which is not as productive as I need to be. And that sucks. I had a realization while I was down in Austin, and that is that a lot of people in my space, you know, YouTube creators and authors, they're doing important stuff with their careers. They're not just entertaining. I mean, that's a fairly worthwhile pursuit, but they're doing more. They are using their life to help other people better their lives. And I'm just not focusing on that. And I don't know how, but one day I want to take the lessons that I'm learning on my own personal journey and turn around and use that to help other people. Because I'm not suffering from a lack of motivation or passion. It's not that I don't want to do the things that I know I need to do and should be doing. I do want to do them. I want to be talking to you every single day like this. I want to be writing 4 to 5 hours a day. I do. I actually do. There is just something that always comes up. Sometimes it's different things, sometimes it's the same thing over and over again, but it happens. And like, you just sometimes have to gut your way through, and then sometimes gutting your way through just isn't enough. So that's what I want to do. I want to figure out how to overcome those blocks that we all have, because so many people have them, and then teach that to other people so that more people can like unlock their own potential. Because I'm telling you, there's so much potential out there. Like, every problem could be solved if we could just figure out how to all be productive all the time. There is one thing I've been pretty good about recently, and that is writing every day. And when I do write every day, I'm always streaming it over on Twitch. So I guess I am creating video content every day. It's just not the same type of video content as this, and I like this better, but I will put a link in the description to the Twitch channel so that if you do want to go and hang out, you can do that over there where I am basically every day. Also, I am going to stop doing Patreon mentions at the end of every single video. I'll probably mention it once or twice a week, but I just don't think it's necessarily helpful being at the end of every single video. But on a related note, can I ask you, if you've never checked it out before, to go consider becoming a patron? Because Patreon does pay for this YouTube channel, and it is going to be the thing that gets me to the point where I can just afford to handle situations like this so that I can be consistent all of the time. every single day, bar none. And right now, all of the money that I am receiving through my Patreon is going to Hallie, my editor, and then I am paying some additional of my own money, like over and above that. But she is my partner, not my employee, and so as the Patreon grows, her income from it will continue to grow. And so that will enable both her and me to be more consistent in everything that we're doing, and it would just be very, very helpful. If you can't contribute, I completely understand, that's fine. But if it's maybe a possibility for you and you've never thought of it, maybe just go check it out. You can get some cool stuff, I don't know. So yeah, there's that. I am going to try to record another video for you for tomorrow. That might not happen, it might not work, but we'll see. And either way, I thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you around very soon, whether it's here, or on social media, or on Twitch, whatever. I like seeing you, and I like hanging out with you. And I wish I was better about doing it every single day. So thank you for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye!